Hello students, welcome to Mentor International School. Today we will be studying constellations. Okay, different types of constellations in sky. You know the meaning of constellations? Have you ever find it out? Hmm? You know, constellations are some stars that are specifically aligned. Okay, to in order to form a shape that is known as constellation. In previous eras when people used to look up in the sky, they used to see these constellations. They used to see stars forming a specific pattern, and that's called constellation. Okay, stars forming a specific pattern over and over years, again and again. That is a constellation. Okay, so we are going to study some constellations. Okay, so there are 13 zodiac constellations, and 12 of which are used as zodiac signs. So just a second, I'll show it to you. So this is a constellation. Uh, you know, constellation means stars that perform some that give out some pattern, which is recognizable, and it's actually quite very interesting that all these stars align together in the same specific way over and over the years. Okay, and we are able to see them. We are able to detect them. So there are 13 zodiac constellations, and 12 of which are used as zodiac signs. See this. This is a northern cross, then summer triangle, house, then lozenge, and there are many constellations actually. But 12 are zodiac signs like this. Check this out now. This is a sun. This is our Earth, which is rotating, and the signs that we see are Leo, Virgo, Ecliptic, then Libra, Scorpius, Capricornus, Aquarius, Pisces, Taurus, Gemini. So these are some constellations that we see, and constellations are, like I mentioned, those are patterns made by stars. Hmm? So the stars make pattern in the universe, and we see them, and we can spot them directly with our naked eyes. This is a Scorpius, then there's a Libra, Capricornus, and there is Aquarius. Like I mentioned, there are Aries, Taurus, Leo, Virgo. All these are constellations. Okay, so today we are actually going to study Orion constellation. So Orion constellation looks like this. Okay, and Orion constellation, here is this Betelgeuse. It's a giant star, very giant star, and it's very bright. Then Mesa, then Bellatrix, then it contains Mintaka, Avalonium, then Elnitak, Saif, and Rigel. So all these forms a constellation. This constellation, this pattern, this specific pattern of stars, okay, this is called a constellation, and this type of pattern, this pattern is called Orion pattern or Orion constellation. Okay, this is an Orion constellation, and we are going to study. See the Orion constellation over here. Can you see this? This is a belt. This is looks like a head. This looks like a hand. These two are hands, and these two like legs. See this here. It reminds us of this. Who is this, by the way? He is Hercules. Okay, and it looks like he is having something in his hand, and he can rip off anything that comes in front of him. And he is holding shield here. Check this out. He is holding a shield over here. He has his weapon in his hand, and he is ready to fight whoever who comes in between. So this is an Orion constellation, and Orion constellation is prominently detected by these three stars together in a line. Okay, these three stars align, and this pentagonal shape, this Betelgeuse, Mesa, Bellatrix, and these three stars together, and these two stars. So when this type of constellation is called an Orion constellation, and is most prominent. We see Orion constellation many a times in winter nights. These are visible, although. Okay, so this looks like this. Then there are other zodiac signs also. There is a Pisces. So how does Pisces look like? So Here is a circle is formed by stars, and it's given a tail like this. So Pisces symbol is like fishes. So fishes, this head is a head of fish, and this is a tail of fish. This body and this is a tail. So like that way. Then there are, see, these constellations are visible throughout the night sky. You can watch it as many times as you want, and it will still remain the same. That's the beauty of this constellation. You can extend this to many other intergalactic constellations as well, and you will find that there are many constellations inside our universe. This Orion constellation is the most prominent one, and it's very nice to see them. What they do, they actually, they can help us in detecting directions. Let's see this first. So Orion is the most visible constellation across the world. Okay, and the 13 zodiac constellations, 12 of which are zodiac signs, like I mentioned. So the think time for all of you guys. How constellations, see, in previously, uh, the many years before, constellations were used for navigation. Okay, constellations were used for navigation purposes. Navigation means finding the correct path. So constellations were used to find the correct path. How? Let us see. So the concept behind using the stars to find your way is simple. So these stars act as guideposts to help people find their own way. How is this true? Let's see. So let's say Orion. Orion is a constellation, and that is usually always visible in both the north and south sides of the world. And for many years, people who traveled by sea were dependent on this Orion and other constellations to help guide them in a perfectly their own direction. No, the Orion is in the night sky. You are seeing Orion, and you know that the three stars, those three stars, are pointed in a specific direction. So, in case you miss them, then you can find your own direction by the direction of those three stars. Okay, so this is how the navigation was invented in those times, and it's been carried along since today, since then. And there's another question for you, by the way. Why are constellations not visible during the day? Obviously, because of sunlight. Okay, constellations are not visible during the day because of sunlight. Sunlight is very bright, and because of that, all those stars, other stars which are far from us, though we cannot see them because of the brightness of sun. Sun is excessively bright, and we cannot see beyond anything if there is sunlight coming directly at us. Okay, we cannot even see at sunlight. Correct? Na? So this is the beauty of constellations. They are present in daytime also, but we cannot see them. That's the main thing. So thank you everyone. Have a nice day.